Are we live? Yay! A whole new setup today, everybody. Yeah. Oh, you're there. Oh my gosh, I just sat on this. That felt great. I tried to set up so that you could see me paint. I probably will be looking at this more than at you. Hi, Adriana. Hi, Amy. Out of Dust and Ash. Hello, it's so good. Tell us all where you're from. You know the drill. Hi, Sacha. You're so faithful. Thank you for putting up the reminder for everyone. I almost canceled today. Really struggling with vertigo. So I don't know if this will have to be cut short, but I'm hoping that it won't. So what I'm probably going to do is mostly work on the canvas rather than turn back and forth a whole lot, because if I do that, that can make me dizzy. It's really funny that I am affected by the weather. And the weather, thanks for the love. I need that love. Portland, Oregon, Australia. Oh, I am so happy to see you. Thank you so much for coming on. I wasn't sure if you guys are getting as tired as I am. I don't think I'm tired, because of and working more than usual, although I am working. I always work a lot. But I think it's very, go to the mall or go to a restaurant or just the normal things that we do. It's getting very intense. And in New Jersey, it's tight. They're not. To start. Are you there? You still there? Okay. Yeah, so this could be a little dicey. I'm in a different spot. The reason that I'm usually in my dining room and has the best connection, but it doesn't allow me to go up on an easel there. And even here where I am, it's really tough. But I'm trying to get the best possible connection and just be able to work. So I hope you guys will, get out whatever you have with you, or just kick back and relax and watch. Not sure what I'm going to paint. I do know that I want to play with these three colors, which are magenta, turquoise, and Indian yellow. And let me see if I can grab those. Here's the Indian yellow. Here's the turquoise. This chair makes a lot of noise. This isn't my usual chair, so excuse me. Excuse you, chair. Rude chair. This is magenta, quinacridone magenta. Yeah, and surprisingly, though, these are considered triad colors, and I'm going to use black and white also, if I can reach it. I'm working to my left, which is also awkward. So, you're going to have to give me a lot of grace for doing this, but I just really wanted to just put some paint on, maybe make a really bad painting and then eventually turn it into a good painting. But we only have an hour, so let me get started. And I'll be checking questions now and again, but I probably won't be able to answer a lot of them because of this awkwardness, okay? Thanks again for watching. I'm just going to get started. I have a 24 by 24 canvas. I think I'm going to mostly mix on the canvas because I don't have a lot of room. And so I'm going to put my black and my white right here. Can you guys hear me when I turn away? Can you hear me? I hope so. Let me turn up the sound. Okay. Can you hear me? Give me a wave if you can hear me. because I'm gonna be facing away from here. All right. I really like this brush. This is a really old brush. It used to be about this long and square, but it is, thank you for Awakening the Dawn for telling me. But it's this far worn down. It's crazy. It's the one that I think I have a picture of it. This is my bestie. It's hog's hair and it's all taped together and stuff, but I love starting out with it. I don't always wet my canvas first. That's not something that I do unless I want it to make drips. I often will start with gesso, but today I just want to get in here and get going. So I think it's what I tell you guys. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just know the colors I want to work with, and so I'm just gonna start putting stuff on the canvas. I just like this part very, 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 very most. You know, and you know, I could put it on with this brush. I'm going to put a little bit of this on too and see what happens on here. See, when they mix, I know they're going to be okay because they're kind of what you would call split complements. And now I'm not really worrying about too much because right now I got this coming through the middle and stuff, and I know that. I'm aware. But what I do want to do is make this easier on me, so because I'm going to end up painting my arm off. Let me just get a little bit of gesso and add it. Oh, you can't cooperate, can you? All right. I got this big thing of gesso. This is Blick gesso. You know, I'm not partial to gessos. I don't really buy the store brand gessos because they just don't cover. But the Blick brand and the art supply companies, like Michael's gesso, you know, it's okay, but it's not great. So I'm just going to start putting in some gesso now and see what happens with that. And this is a really stiff, you know, foam touch-up thingy. But I like the color that makes. I like that color. I think this will probably make a really nice pink too. So let's see if we go pale, how that'll look together. You know, mostly what I do is I get on there, as you saw, I was so frustrated last weekend because I was trying to work so small and do this. And when you do it on a piece of paper, like up there, it's still dry. This isn't like my best canvas, so if it's not really, really good canvas, you're gonna fight it. You're gonna fight when you're putting on the paint a little bit. So it's always, I think it's good to gesso it a couple of times, but otherwise you're gonna work really hard. But I'm gonna build up some texture and stuff now. And I'd love to be able to look at you and talk to you and paint, but that will have to be when I get my big time Zoom, and I'm working on it. You know, it's all, you know, as you move, you have to, you know, get to a certain point where you have some profits. Kind of hard to make a profit right now in these times, but and then you know, you start adding on to your monthly costs and things like Zoom and even PayPal. You know, PayPal's a killer. It takes a pretty big percentage of your profits. It hurts. You know, even if somebody pays for shipping, it takes a part of that. It's crazy. And if you want Skype, you got to pay for Skype. All of that stuff goes into your monthly costs. But so far, I'm really liking this. I'm going to keep on with the magenta and keep putting it on with this. I'd like to grab a bigger one, really. I like to work with really big brushes. I'm just, I'm just setting up and doing it. It's almost like plein air painting for me. I never know where I'm going to paint in the house. We're all home, and we're all doing the best we can. What's so funny, work small and the same find it a bit overwhelming when I go large. Yeah, see, now I have a really hard time going small. I love doing my small paintings, and you see them plenty. You can see good over here, not too much. You can see that. Let me see. All right, that's a little bit better. I hope it doesn't fall. So anyway, hello. Pleased to meet you. See, when I make a painting, I don't plan it ahead of time, and I really should. I should just look at another painting that's really successful, and I should just work from that when you guys are watching me. Then I'd look like a superstar all the time. But I'd rather show you what's real. So, the color vine said, this is better now. Okay. So far, I haven't put turquoise in here yet, but I don't really want to, because I want to see what these warm... These are all warm colors that I'm using, really, because turquoise is a warm blue, Indian yellow is a really warm yellow, and this quinacridone magenta is really warm also compared to some of the other purples that have more blue in them. So I'm working really, really warm now. And when I want to start to neutralize it and calm it down, then I'll start adding black and white stuff. But right now I just want to go on, pretty hard with the colors and stuff. I'm going to quickly try to get a little bit bigger of a spongy brush. Okay, this is better. These are better. Okay, now I can cover more ground. So yeah, see, I use a lot of paint, all right? I'm not stingy with my paint. Stingy with your paint, and you're going to have a stingy painting. People pay for paint on a canvas. Even when I didn't sell my art a whole lot, and I was mostly just relying on teaching, I still used a lot of paint because it ruined my experience not to. So I would just wait for sales, and I also, that's how part of the way that I actually got really good at working from a limited palette. Because if I could only afford certain colors, I'd get the really expensive ones that worked, but that worked together also. So your colors get muddy. Well, your colors get muddy because you mix them too quickly, and you need to be mindful of what you're mixing with what. But that's a whole color study thing, so it's going to happen. So all I keep seeing is colorful mindset rather than your questions, because I'm thinking color so hard right now. Now, if I start to mix this burgundy like strong with that, it's going to be really pretty. All right, but it will kind of go brown in places. But the thing about these triads And I also like to work with colors that are transparent colors, and that's something that they'll say on the tube or on the jar. It'll tell you whether it's transparent or whether it's opaque or whether it is, look how pretty that is. Now see, that's mixing white with both of those colors. That's pretty. It's pretty. And, you know, sometimes you'll get a painting at hello. That'd be nice. That'd make me happy today. So yeah, I'm trying to get this surface area covered, but I also want it to be interesting. So if I go up on my side with these things, then I'm gonna get more distinctive brush marks. But see, look at that beautiful neutral. Can you see that up there? That's kind of it's kind of making a beige. If you add a lot of white to your mix of these three triads, you're gonna get really nice grays and beiges, but mostly beiges until you start getting the black in there. And then you're gonna get some greens, and it just gets really, really fun. And I'm not going to go through all of those because I don't want to spend a lot of time making mush for you guys today. But I just want to paint. I'm being selfish. And now they save these to IGTV, but so all your questions will not necessarily be there. So maybe right now I'm just gonna put a little bit of this. Woo! See, once I do that, everything's gonna change. Everything's gonna change with that. Everything's different now. Whole thing, right? Whole thing is different now. Just from doing that one different mark. If I mix that with my magenta, see, I'm gonna start mixing now. If I mix that with my magenta, I'm gonna get this incredible purple. Now I'm gonna make a really big mess because I don't know what I'm gonna let dominate just yet. But yeah. I'm gonna go into the darker zones now. And now, what happened? I made a cool color. See that? I made a cool color by combining this blue with this. Isn't that wild? They're warm in and of themselves, but mixed together, I can make this gorgeous purple. And if I get the yellow into the mix, it's going to go very green, very fast, as you can see. It's the opposite. So I think that I'm painting on the side that you can see more, but I'm not, am I? All right. I'm painting. It looks like this is the part that's close to the camera, but it's not. So I got a lot of square things in here because of the nature of the brush. I can make lavender. neutral lavender. I have all three colors in here now, but no black. All right, so with all three colors plus white in here, I'm getting a really nice neutral. All right, but that neutral that you might consider mud does everything for these other colors. If I put that neutral next to this yellow, then that yellow is going to start to speak more loudly. Do you see that? Do you see how that yellow lights right up? You'll be able to see on the playback better. So I'm going to get some more neutrals in here and see what kind of play I can get going off of the neutrals and the brights relatively quickly. I like all this. I might do something where I have something go across, all right? That's not a particular type of painting, but I'm gonna kind of go for that now just because we only have a certain amount of time. So I know that I'm going to want to make it neutral dominant because I like this neutral a lot. And when I get the neutrals in here, now these are really exciting. They're all exciting together, but you don't know which one, is the star of the show. Okay? So I'm just going to keep working with forms and with this square thingy. I even like what's happening with this. It's starting to make like a muddy green drip, which is kind of neat. That's kind of neat. Yeah. See, now I got that stuff and I can get in there and raise in here. I may want to get some gray up there. So let's see, I got to mix all that together with white. So I'm gonna lay some white in here. Well, this is already gray. Okay, cool. But it's a pale gray. But I like it because you see I couldn't see that peach and stuff and a lot of these things until I started to do that. So that's where I like to kind of put my neutrals in and my lighter neutrals in because it helps me to see the colors start to light up. All right, it gets to be very, very exciting. So far I'm kind of liking this. Everything's kind of going across. Let me try to scrape that. But see, like that I don't like because it mimics what's going on the other side. And I think I want to keep those drips. Maybe. So I need a different kind of thing going on here. And right now, while it's still wet, I can do some scratches and what have you. So that's real pretty. I really like that. I'm not necessarily going for this and this, okay? You can, but I'd rather kind of bring it around and not make it look like, oh, okay, I'm under this corner, then under this corner, then under this corner, then that corner. And so you know exactly what's expected when you start looking at the painting. I'd rather do things that are kind of surprises. They're good design choices, but I'd rather sneak them in. So by doing this, I'm going to be able to introduce some verticals that will be different than all of this horizontal work that I've been doing right now by letting that neutral ground area just be what it is. I like this. I love the green that happened there. And I like it next to this lavender. You see how these colors like really like kill it together? I'm like, why have I not been working with these lately? Because I'm fickle. I love them all. I love them all. Like I said, I in terms of people asking me my favorite colors, I tell them I sleep around because I like them all. Maybe I'll leave that light up there for now. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this too good, but let me see if I put this light on here. It's pretty nice. This is actually yellowy, but it looks white. This is a very, very pale yellow. I wonder what happens if I turn it toward you. No, that's not good. How's that? It's not ideal. But anyway. So now, I want to make that yellow more deliberate up there. No, that's not deliberate. I gotta get, oops. Does this help or does this hurt? I think that was kind of hurting. I have another light over here. Let's see. If I sit in front of that, it's going to make a shadow. That's a little bit better. That's a tough thing with light and camera angles. It's very strange. Like it's just blowing that whole thing out over there. But that's all right. Anyway. Oh, and then look at that. Oh, man. You see this? Now I got this. This is the yellow and the magenta. And it makes that like crazy orange. Right? Oh. That's crazy. Maybe I want to put some of that in here. I think what'll happen is that'll make some greens because that's got gray in it. If you want to soften the stuff, yeah, you rub it. You see other artists that's their secret sauce, but I don't use it too much. It's mostly because I want to get rid of something. But what's left can be fun. So I kind of like that. What I think I need to do is maybe interrupt this, but I might want to take it back to like a more of a white. I don't want to make a flower here. Not going for that. I don't have any problem with flowers, boy. I can paint flowers for days. I love flowers. I painted flowers so much, and I love them. Always up to paint flowers. but that's not what I'm thinking about here. No. No, 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 no. All right, so it's going to change. It's changing. It's going to keep changing. You're going to watch it. It's just going to keep changing. That was fun, but it needs to go. I like it next to that. By time flies when you're trying to do a live painting. This won't be finished, but it'll be a good start. I think. I haven't even gotten into the darks yet. I'm gonna put a few more lights in. Now, I have to choose a dominance at this point. It could change again, but I really like what happened with this kind of red-orange thing here. So, I might try to give myself some canvas back by putting gesso here, but I'm also using it as my white. But it kind of gives you your surface back, but with a tint. And I think I want this to sort of orient up like this because I want this to be hopeful. I think. Maybe I'll call it hopeful moment. Or unexpected hopeful moment. I know I got to get the darks in. And I got to get some more of these neutrals in. So, I got to get rid of this. I don't want that to be warm. I want that to be light. But maybe I can kind of find a line there. And negatively leave that line. Maybe find some shapes. Start to do my shape thing. This is just too white. No idea what that looks like there. Let's turn it around. What's that? No, that totally blows my mind now. Blow your mind? Blows my mind. It's like I gotta have more of that. I gotta have more of that orange there. When I turn it this way. Isn't that funny? The other way, it seemed like I had enough. And now I think I want that back. It's going to make a lot of pink and stuff, but if I add yellow to it, it'll give me my orange back. It'll give me more orange. That's kind of cool what happened there. I'm going to just let that, I'm going to let that do that. I'm going to let that live for now. I so like that See, I'm so liking neutrals lately. I might have to make some with my brush. So, and then I'm going to take it down, and I'll do a smaller brush because that'll make me address lines. But right now I'm just doing shapes and sizes, and right now they're all kind of organic, all right? So I don't want to make this one dirty. It may end up to be really simplified, like some of the ones that I'm doing, but I always start bright, okay? I always start bright. And then I boil it down because then the neutrals are rich. And I really love this neutral here, so I know I need to get some real white and some different kind of texture. So maybe I can soften that a little bit rather than give it such a hard edge. Yeah, that looks, now you can see the pretty part over there. I like this though. I definitely like this kind of going like this. And maybe a little bit more lavender. Or pink or something. I don't know. Right here. I don't know if you can see that side. You can't, can you? It's the opposite. Everything's the opposite. There you go. I am right-handed. Does it look like I'm left-handed? Everything's the opposite on here. That's what's crazy about looking at the image from me looking at the cameras and then turning and looking at what you're seeing, because you're seeing the opposite. I do want to make that kind of gray, so I'm going to mix all the colors together. I think that's probably going to go kind of green. That's all right. Look at that bright green. Ooh, that's an outlier. That's a game changer or a painting ruiner. Either way, I gotta find out. See, I gotta know. That's what keeps me going. I gotta know. Even if it's awful, I have to know. I have to take it to awful, and I have to know. And I think that's, people will say, you're brave and everything. And I think it's more, I always use the word, I'm fascinated. I want to see what happens. I mean, yeah, I wreck a lot of paintings on my way to, before I finish a painting and decide if I like it at all. Some pure white. It needs some of that. Oh, it needs some sneaky lights. See, a sneaky light is like a sneaky dark. It might need some finger painting. I think it needs a little finger work. There's just some things that only finger painting can do. You just gotta do it. It's better if you have a glove, but I kind of like that. I want to resist the urge to do I'm gonna try to go through here with that. And resist the urge to, I'm going to come into there a little bit. See, right now I'm trying to save that. I don't think that there's any, it's not gonna serve the whole painting if I save that. It might hurt it. It might. It might not. But it might. I'll get rid of it. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, that needed to go. That needed to go. All right. I think I'm gonna, I have no idea what this painting wants to be when it grows up yet. All right? No idea. I'm gonna scratch and see what's underneath. And it's just gonna build up, and it's gonna end up with a lot of layers. And that's where whoever purchases the paintings starts to find all kinds of unexpected things of interest in them. See, I see a little, I'm starting to see like some circles and things like that. I might just try, and this is like the timid way of getting some darks in, getting some, where do I want to put them? Oh, what side is that on? That's on that side, right? All right. You're seeing a lot of that. All right. Then I'm gonna lose and find them. Okay. Don't love that. Don't love that. Flip it over again. Oh, how about this way? What's that? No. Doesn't work that way. Wow. All right. I definitely want more a warmer red color. I want a warmer red color. I just don't know where. Maybe here. Ooh. Look what happened when I went over that scratch. That's nice. Now I get some texture in here. That's nice. We're gonna get booted soon, so I need a common thread. I gotta interrupt that. All right. All right. Just for the sake of this video, I'm going to trap a lot of my darker colors, a lot of this middle stuff. I was thinking white, but let's see. See, that isn't what I need. It isn't always, marks that you need, but for now, I'm going to try to wrap this up with a brush. Go. See, I like these beiges and things because they make it so that it's not all shiny, and this needs to be smoother. You can hear that I hit the canvas pretty hard. We're gonna get booted. We're gonna get booted. I'm gonna get my rigger, and I'm gonna be brave, and I'm gonna get my black paint that fell on the floor. I'm gonna just start to introduce some, hi Ann. I'm just going to start to interrupt some of this with some line work. All right, I'm not really ready to make, to do my finishing stuff. I just want to do something different because it's just getting to be, all organic shapes. There's no, not any real differences in it. I get to introduce some value now, which it does need. So I'm going to start to bring in some, and see if I can unify it a little bit with a lyrical line. This line may not stay, may go. But by using the rigger, I can't control it so much, and I don't want to control it because it's a raw piece right now. And what I do want to do is I want to start to sort of bring it together. Like I'm finding these little areas like that gorgeous pink right there. You can't see it, but that's stuff that I really want to play around with when we're off camera. I don't like this. This is the same. See, I don't like that. That's not good for me. So what I can do, get rid of that. Go away. Go away. Oh, you know what? You know what this is doing? Because this isn't water. This is alcohol. Alcohol will break up. That's why it's not moving. Oh my gosh. Where's my water? It'll break it up. It'll break up and it'll get like real moody. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do it a different way if I want to get my darks to drip. So, but I do want to introduce those darks, so I'm going to start doing that. I need those. I need those. Because I don't have any dark, then how do I know what light is? So I'm going to start to introduce that in a really big way and change the face of this painting. All right. Honeys, it's 3 o'clock. I think I have to go. But I like what's going on right now. You might not. Let me try to show it to you. Maybe if I turn off one of these lights. Let me try this before we get booted. No. Can't really see it with that. It's not white at the top. That's what's making me crazy. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. Ooh, maybe in the dark room it'll be better. Then you can see more of that. Yeah, okay. That's probably the best. All right. But I can see what I need to do really well now. Because this and this is the same size. That's got to go. This is sort of the same thing that's happening. So, I'm just going to start getting in here and doing some finger painting. And they're probably going to click us off. So, I'll say bye for now. And we will, I will finish it, and I will promise to show you what I do, how I end up. But I hope you're inspired to go for it. All right? That's got to go. The fastest way for me to get my stuff to go is to finger paint. All right. Well, anyway. Oh, no. Those got to go. Okay. Goodbye. You got to go. You got to go. We got to go. They're going to cut us off. And I'm going to say goodbye to Hollywood. All right. I will talk to you guys later, and I will let you see. Thank you, Emma. I hope you guys didn't mind watching me make a mess, and to be continued, okay, on the other side. Thanks for joining me. And, remember, it's just paint. Nobody dies. Okay, bye.
They